The Haunt Girl, and I am here today with Patrick from Cypher Escapes in Desolation. We're actually in Desolation right now.
Starship Desolation.
We're
You were right
desolated.
here.
This is a really beautiful game, by the
Thank
way.
you.
I just finished playing it with David and Lisa and the gang, and we got out in like 34 minutes.
34 minutes, I believe, yeah.
But you had a lot of experience playing that game all at one time. You had hundreds of rooms behind all of us.
That's right, that's right.
But I would say for the average player in this game, it's not that easy. They don't blow through it in such a short time.
Yeah, so generally they're either barely not escaping or we're in the 50-minute range, somewhere in the 50 or so minutes.
Barely not escaping is always kind of the most fun place to be. That's the sweet spot.
Right.
Now, what's your escape rate on this room?
We're at about a 60 to 65% escape rate.
Oh, okay. Now, do you prefer people to get out? Is that something that you like for them to be successful? Yes,
we want people to be successful. If they're not going to get out, we at least want them in the last room so they can see, you know, there's a part where the plot kind of thickens a little bit and then it pays off. We want them to get past those parts. And if they're in the last room, honestly, like you're almost there, right? So generally, unless there's a time constraint, we're gonna make sure people get out. They didn't escape technically, but they got to see it, so.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy getting through the game. I know some people really like to have stringent, like we only allow this many hints and it's the hardest game in our state or the hardest game in the nation, and I don't find that to be the most fun way to play a game.
So there's two different, you know, types of or groups of people that come to the room. There's just those that say, you know, don't give us any hints unless we ask for them. You know, we're gonna be very upset if you give us hints. And then there's those who want unlimited hints, and we're cool. Just, you know, as long as we define it beforehand.
Right.
And you know, most of all, we built this room for people to have fun. So if that's what they consider fun, then they don't have to escape. You know, they don't ask for a hint, they won't get. If they want to get out, we're going to try to make sure that they can get through it as long as they put the work in to get there. So.
And it is fun. It's a really fun game.
Cool. Awesome.
And it's really well done. The storytelling throughout is really well done.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, that's kind of our forte, I guess. We come from many different avenues, so we have multiple owners, you know, actors, producers, myself, I've done some production. I come from an IT background, so a lot of the electrical stuff you see is from me, but yeah, that's kind of our forte. So we've kind of brought that to the table when we decided to build an escape room. So we said, we've seen all these escape rooms, we've got all this experience with lighting, electronics, production, things, let's just put it all together and make a cool spaceship.
Now, how did you decide you wanted to do a spaceship, and how did you all decide you wanted to work together on this?
So the other owner is my brother-in-law, and then we have a third owner who actually does a lot of the fabricating with the you know, the different props and things. He's my brother. So, and we've known each other for quite a while. But yeah, how we came to a spaceship, you know, I don't know. I think we always just talked about doing a spaceship when we did escape rooms. We're like, we could do so much better, or we could do it better, you know. And then we went back and forth. There were a lot of other ideas, and before we came back and landed on the spaceship. I don't know. There was a lot of other things in the works that we had planned. And I think, if I recall, those were going to be first. But for some reason, you know, based on whatever, we ended up doing this one first. So.
Okay. And then you said you've played a lot of other games. You said we could do it better. Are you an enthusiast?
I wouldn't go as far as calling us enthusiasts. We do very much enjoy doing escape rooms. We're not the guys who want to be on the leaderboard or get the #1 score, or you know. But what we do enjoy is going to an escape room and having fun. So we're definitely enthusiasts in that we very much enjoy it, and we would like to do as many as possible.
Well, how many games roughly have you played?
Definitely not as many as you guys. I would say we're probably in the 30 range, 30 to 35.
That's an enthusiast.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. If you're
I've met people who've done 140, so 700 one person said, so.
Yeah, but you know, if you're playing more than just, you know, the average person, I would say plays what? 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Most people do it once, they're like, oh, I did that. And then they go on with their lives.
Once you open an escape room, it opens a lot of doors to other escape rooms, I'll tell you.
Yes, and you're part of the community, which is really great. I can tell by the flyers in the lobby.
Yes, we're a part of ENA Valley. So there's a Los Angeles, Orange County, San Fernando Valley, and we're part of that group, yeah.
And I would say not all of viewers know what that is. It's like a secret group, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like a league of escape rooms, of very, very good escape rooms. It is a very stringent membership type
You
kind of deal.
kind of have to own an escape
you have
room
to own an escape
to get into
room.
the meeting. I was lucky enough once to speak at a meeting, so I've been in the inside. But I thought they were making a public list somewhere. That's why I was asking.
There is a public list. There's a lot of different things they're doing. I think there's like a book going together that you can pick up. We share each other's flyers. Some of the locations have room. We put posters up for the others. Essentially, it's just cross promotion. You know, we want to promote each other in an effort to, obviously get more customers and customer acquisition, but also to just promote escape rooms in general. Like, a lot of people actually still don't know what escape rooms are, and it's an education of sorts.
Yes, I've definitely educated many people in conversations and been like, you have to try this thing that I'm obsessed with. You must go do it. Once you do it, you'll be hooked. Perfect. And I would say a lot of people do get hooked, and then some people, it's just not their thing, and that's okay too.
Totally, yeah.
But you don't know until you try.
That's right.
So you have to try them. And this is a really good one for, I think, beginners.
Yeah.
I would say enthusiasts are going to have fun. It's not going to be the most challenging game that they've played, but they're going to have a lot of fun, which is the key anyway, is just have fun. But with the small, or with the new group of people, how small of a group is too small?
So that's a good question. We thought anything less than 3 was going to be pretty hard to complete it, but our best time is actually set by a group of 2. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, were they experienced or were they?
They're very experienced. Yeah. So they're escape room enthusiasts. They've actually done all of them in the area. So they blew right through it. And we do have ways of making the game harder or easier. So, like for instance, we'll have birthday parties with 12-year-old kids come in. We're not going to turn it up to, make it basically we have ways of issuing hints and things and making certain puzzles easier, because everything is connected. It's all electronic, and there's one kind of programmatic interface where we control all the puzzles. So we have ways to make the puzzles easier or make them harder. So on a normal day, you're going to get the normal game. But if we have a birthday party, let's say 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-years, fine, we can actually make the puzzles easier, make it less steps, and also a lot of that has to do with how you reset the game. There's certain puzzles where we take all the pieces and hide them, or we may just take half of them and hide them. Right?
Okay.
So any escape room can really do
So what do you recommend then for a group to play? 2 to 6?
Yeah, so 6 is our max at this location. We've had more, but that's upon request. So we do say 6 is the max, and it's not a space, there's not like you can't squeeze more than 6 in. It's just that we feel like there's not enough for more than 6 people to enjoy. But if you're 4 adults with 3 kids, yeah, maybe it's gonna be fine. But I think 4 is the sweet spot, to be honest.
Okay, 4 is probably the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And then, is this a private booking game or is it a public booking game?
So we actually have 2 locations. In Atlanta, we're a public booking game, and here in LA, we're private.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're never gonna get stuck playing with those 8 and 10-year-olds on their birthday party.
No.
That's good.
Birthday parties are private bookings, though, I will say that.
If you have children, this would be a fun room for them, especially if it's, kids that really like space and always wanted to do some sort of space exploration.
Yeah, it's totally fun for the kids, yeah.
Or if they like, sci-fi. You have the lovely Desolation game that I just played, but I heard there might be some construction happening next door. What's going on?
Yeah, so our
Can
goal,
we talk about it?
yeah, totally. Our goal is to open in September, cross your fingers, probably October. It's our newest room, Incarceration 2087. It's basically a futuristic prison. There's, you're in this prison and you've been put there unjustly. So that's part of the story.
Always.
You're not just a prisoner.
Every time I'm in prison, it's unjustly.
Of course, yeah. Or at least to you, anyway, right? So the goal is to escape, but also there's more story. Just like Desolation has a story intertwined with why you're here and what you're doing and why you're in this situation. There's a story there too, and you basically have to collect some information and use some tactics to not only escape, but to do some other things, which are very interesting. Ooh. So, September is the goal for LA, October for Atlanta to open that room. So we'll open that in both locations.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking with me and all of our friends here on YouTube. Everybody, I'm gonna put in the description below the link to the website and to the Instagram and all of the socials. Make sure you go, check them out, follow them, book your room on the site, and
subscribe.
And do all that jazz too. Subscribe and like and all that. All right, well, thank you again so much.
Awesome.
And I hope that all of these guys will come and play both of your games soon.
Perfect. We'd love to see you. Crackthecypher.com.